Okay, it's back to regularly scheduled Mateo Toons content. I have a few announcements at the end of the video, so please stay tuned. Let's get into it. Stuff I don't get. An original concept, much like my random thoughts video. Or my things I've grown a slight distaste for video. Wow, so original, Mateo. Just to clarify, I did the random thoughts thing first. I plagiarized Jaden first. That was me. So beat that, James. Okay, now let's get into it. I hate it when I'm watching a YouTube video and the ad is all like, you don't want to skip this ad. What the heck is that supposed to mean? It's an ad. I don't want to watch it, unless it's the purple mattress ads. Those are good. It's an advertisement. I don't want to watch this. I came here for the content that I came to watch, and you're bombarding me with this stupid, you don't want to skip this ad mentality. That's not gonna work. You think that form of advertising is super good? No, it's not. Not even slightly. Let me put it this way. If there's a skip ad button, chances are 95% of the viewers who are viewing this ad will skip the ad that you're telling them not to skip. Why? Because it's an advertisement, and it's not our content that we came here to watch. I want to watch our David R make another snare drum. I want to watch him make another bass drum. I want to binge some Emerias. I don't want to binge your advertisements. That's not what I came here for. So look, just don't. That's all I gotta say. Just don't. I know you make money off of them, but it's not my responsibility if you make money or not. I love it when you go to the cashier at a store and they always point out the stuff that you got. Like, say you bought a really nice looking cake from the bakery, and then you go to the cashier and like you check out the cake, and then they're all like, oh, what is this? Is this a cake? Yeah, that's a cake. It's a very nice looking cake. You gonna eat all of it? I certainly am. That's why I'm buying it. I have a family of 5. Can I have some? Like, what is this, man? Let me say it like this. You're making me feel bad right now, simply because you know I'm gonna eat all this cake by myself one late night when I'm crying to myself, and gain 10 pounds in the process. I know that I'm gonna do that, but you're making me feel worse about it simply because you're telling me about it. Ooh, that cake is gonna clog your arteries. You don't think I know that? Of course I know the cake is gonna clog my arteries. I just know that. Cake is not good for you. It's delicious, but it's not delicious for your body. How would you like it if your fat butt came over to my register and I was like, oh, are those Doritos? I can't believe you have Doritos. Where's the greens? You should get Cool Ranch Doritos. You should get Diet Doritos where it's literally just plastic in a bag full of air. What is this, Pepsi? You got a regular Pepsi? Nah, fam, Diet Pepsi's where it's at. You're gonna gain a lot of weight from this. The soda thing actually leads me nicely into my next point. So there's this weird mentality going on everywhere right now that diet soda is worse than regular soda. That makes 0 sense to me, if I'm completely honest. Because if you look on diet soda, it will have nothing in it except for water and Coke flavoring. Look on the side of a Diet Dr. Pepper can. You'll see there's no protein, there's no carbs, there's no calories. There's nothing but water and sugar in there. That's just it. Granted, if you drink a lot of it, that's probably going to be bad for your health, but it's Coke. I'm gonna drink it. Not a lot of it, obviously. Not enough to damage me. But that just doesn't make any sense. If there's nothing in this Coke that can possibly harm me, unless I drink a lot of it, how come you're telling me to go drink the Coke that's probably gonna harm me faster? That doesn't make any sense. Because if you look on the side of a can of regular Coke, you'll see that it has a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, a lot of calories, and probably no protein. Maybe some protein, I don't know. But aside from the protein that is beneficial, there's nothing in the Coke that is beneficial, aside from the fact that it tastes good. That's like saying drink diet water instead of real water, because diet water can't hurt you. Well, water, if you didn't know, is 70% of our bodies. Where do you think blood comes from? Where do you think tears come from? Saliva. That's liquid. Water. H2O, bro. Diet water doesn't exist. That was just an example. But it's a dumb example because it made you think, well, that's just stupid because water is 70% of us. Well, take that as an example. There is 90% of nothing in a diet soda, and there's 100% of everything that could possibly clog your arteries in a Coke. Drink your Diet Coke, kids, to keep your clogged arteries not clogged. You hear that? That's my alarm for my comic. There's another weird mentality going around, and it's been going around for a long time. Not eating the heels of a loaf of bread. That is... I just don't know. Think of it this way. You go to a McDonald's, you order a Big Mac, and you're eating the sandwich. You're like, this is a really delicious sandwich. I like the bread and whatever's in it. Whatever's in between the buns is good, but the buns connect everything together. Take a look at the buns, for example. Buns. The buns are a very important part of the bread. But take a closer look. you'll notice that the top bun, the heel of a loaf of bread, is a heel of a loaf of bread. So how come when you go to a Walmart and you buy a loaf of bread from your local bakery, you take it home, you eat everything that's in between except for the loaf, the ends? The heels are the best part of a loaf of bread. You want to know why? Because you feel like you're eating a real sandwich. You might be saying, well, Mateo, that's stupid because sandwiches are real sandwiches. You know, when you take the spongy pieces of bread and you put peanut butter or whatever in between and you eat it, that's a sandwich. Well, you feel like you're eating a real sandwich, like a Subway sandwich or like a burger. You got the crust on both sides that feels, it's delicious, okay? More crust equals better satisfaction. Why are we arguing over food? It's sustenance. We need it. Can't live without food, and if you're picky over your food, you're probably gonna die sooner. But hey, that's not my problem. Let's have an argument on whether or not the hot dog is a sandwich or not. I don't want to go into the hot dog as a sandwich thing. Let's just move on to the final topic. You know how when you were really young, say like 10 and below, when your mom would tell you to go to sleep, you would be really angry? Well, for some reason, when you become a really tired teenager, that mentality is completely turned on its head. When your mom tells you to wake up, you're really angry, and then when your mom tells you to go to sleep, you're like, thank you so much! Because you're tired, and you don't know when to tell yourself to go to sleep. Because you're too busy texting on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. Yes, I'm looking at you. Insert Snapchat group here. Isn't that a funny mentality? When you want to wake up, you're like, oh, this is just horrible. I got my alarm going off. I got my alarm on my computer going off, and I'm just too darn comfy to get up. But for some reason, when you were a really young child, you were like, finally, it's time to wake up and spend my day sitting down. It's perfect. It's gonna be just a real hoot of a time. So parents, to keep your child happy all the time, just tell them to go to sleep. You're not gonna regret doing that, and the child is in no way gonna say no to that. This only works on teenagers, of course, because we're sleepy all the time. But you're teenagers, you can't be sleeping. You don't know half of it, honey. So yeah, that was my stuff I don't get video. Random thoughts from this animator. Overdone idea. Part 13, me edition. So yeah, that was my video. I said I had a small announcement for the end of the video, so here it is.